Hi, everybody. I've had some requests for an abundance meditation. We were working with thresholds and working with your lower mind to see where your threshold is. A lot of us have thresholds of money, and to sort of allow more abundance in our lives, we have to make those thresholds higher or get our lower mind to see more abundance coming in. So, this is just a little meditation to show you how to do that. So, we're going to take a minute. I'm going to start some music and we're going to get comfortable. We'll go to our special space and then we will do the meditation. So I just want you to get nice and comfortable. Let's take a few deep breaths. Just letting the cares and the worries from the day, the week, the month to release and let go. We're just going to get you nice and grounded too. So as we take another nice deep breath, we want the head to relax, the eyes, the ears, the nose, the mouth. And just really let that relaxation start floating down through the neck, into the shoulders, through the arms, down through the elbows into the hands, fingertips. Then we're going to take another nice deep breath and we're going to let that float all the way through the chest, upper back, through to the lower back, letting the energy relax through the tummy. Allow that relaxation to spread into the hips, down through the thighs, into the knees. Just moving that energy down through the calves, relaxing through the ankles, all the way to the feet and the toes. Just let yourself feel really grounded in Mother Earth's beautiful energy. And we're just going to let the cares from the day and the week and the month to just float away. If anything comes up in your mind, that's okay. Just let it come up, let it float, let it go. If you need to breathe it away, you can. The key is just to be very relaxed, very comfortable, very open. So we're going to ground ourselves a little bit, light up the chakras for some balance. So we're going to move into the root chakra, the red. This is our stability, our strength. It's where we find our foundation. So we just want that to be nice and open. Let that beautiful red light open through the whole body. Just bringing in that balance and that light. And then we're going to move the energy up into the orange chakra, the emotional chakra. We're just going to balance that out to a beautiful neutral. Just allowing that bubble of orange to get bright and beautiful. Feeling serene, tranquil, peaceful. Just getting a nice balance. Then we're going to move the energy up into the soul chakra, the yellow. This is where we connect to each other and our spirit and our higher self. So we just want that beautiful yellow bubble to open up and be around us and surrounding us. And usually when that opens, you can feel yourself linking to your higher self, and it feels really strong and beautiful. Like allowing your own little bit of power to come in. Then we're going to move the energy up into the green chakra, and as that one opens and kind of surrounds the body, we're just going to let our love, our self-love float open. Let it be strong. And just let that heart open and fill it with light. Then we're going to move up into the throat chakra, the blue. Obviously where our communication is. We just want our communication to be loving and open as we talk kindly to ourselves and to others. And then we're going to allow the indigo, the third eye, to open. This is our telepathic communication where we talk to our angels, our guides, even telepathically to each other. Just let that beautiful bubble open up. And finally, we're going to let the crown energy open, the purple. This connects us to the universal life force, to the quantum field. Then we're just going to take a moment to walk to our special space. Our special space is a wonderful place that we create in our minds so that as we start meditation, we can move easily and freely. So as you start walking to your special space, you're going to get into your special space and just make yourself really, really comfortable. Whether that's laying down or sitting. Make sure you have everything that you love in your special space. Things that make you feel comfortable and safe. Filled with love, filled with light. And just really let yourself get comfortable in that special space. Just letting the relaxation get deeper and deeper, stronger and stronger. And then I want you to sort of see yourself walking down a little road. And this road is very close to the beach. It's a little path that leads right down to the beach. And as you get closer and closer to the beach, you start to realize that the water coming in on the beach is filled and filled with money. Tons and tons of money, coins, bills. It's just all money, and it's floating right up on the beach. And as you get closer and closer, you realize the entire ocean is filled with money. It's a money ocean. And you can have as much of this money as you want. So you start running down to the beach and you start getting this money right out of the ocean. And as you're getting the money out of the ocean, I want you to look down and see, what are you gathering this money with? Are you using a bucket? Are you using a net? Are you just grabbing it in your hands? What are you gathering this money with? Whatever you see in front of you is going to show you what your lower mind is allowing you to collect money with. So if it's your hands, why wouldn't you want at least a net or a bucket or a dump truck or even a boat? Or what if you just made a pipeline to your house or your bank account and let the money flow right in? So after you really look at what you're gathering this money with, I want you just to enjoy the money that's floating in. If you want, jump into the ocean, dive in, allow yourself to just play and laugh and feel all this money surrounding you. Feel the joy that it brings. Because money is just an energy, just like the water. It can flow in and it needs to ebb and flow in our lives. So while you're out there swimming in all this beautiful money and getting giddy and happy, what is it bringing to your mind? What do you want to do with this money? Do you want to take a trip? Do you want to use it to save animals? Do you want to buy yourself something amazing? You can have all the money that you want from this ocean, any amount of it. You can do anything you want with it. So what would you do if you had all the money in the world and you could do anything you wanted with it? How does it make you feel? Does it bring you a slight sense of freedom? Does it let you know that you can sort of use this money to do whatever you'd like? What is the joy that this swim is bringing you? Just really have fun in the money. Just play with it. Know that it's at your disposal. Feel the beauty of the energy of it. How you feel so abundant and light and excited. Then I want you to sort of swim towards the shore, come back out on the beach. And as you come back out on the beach, I want you to just take a moment to really let this money and this abundance sink in. Because abundance is an energy. It floats through our lives easily, especially if we're open to it. I want you to go back to that ocean, and this time I want you to use your higher mind and collect the money with your higher mind. Because when we feel open and free and excited, we can think about putting that pipeline in, or even just going from gathering it in our hands into a bucket. It's okay if your upper mind hasn't made the pipeline yet. If it just went from picking it in your hands to putting it in a bucket or a dump truck or a car or whatever, that's wonderful. We want our mind to open up to the possibility of moving our abundance to the next threshold, the higher level. So while you're there gathering this money, what is your upper mind letting you have? The upper mind lets us open up to the joy and the possibilities of the abundance. And think about all the places that you would use or play with this money. Would you put it in your savings account? Would you put it in your checking account? Would you take a trip with yourself or your family? Would you spend it on your loved ones? Maybe you would buy a new home, a new car. Maybe you would buy wonderful gifts for the people you love. Just really feel the joy and the freedom and the wonderment of this abundance. Because as we open our hearts and our minds to this beautiful, open, abundant flow, we allow that flow to start to enter our lives, and we move it to a higher level for ourselves. And once we open these thresholds and we open this abundance, it starts to flow in from the universe very easily and very quickly. So take a moment to really just enjoy this moment on the beach with all this money coming in. Feel the energy, absorb it. Because when we start to walk back to our special space, I want you to remember that feeling so you can move it into your life today. So we're starting to allow ourselves to walk back to our bodies and into our special space, remembering this amazing flow and how we switched our lower mind into our upper mind and allowed the abundance to flow even further and bigger into our lives. We can always go back to this ocean and continue to move our lower mind up to a higher space so that we continue to allow more and more flow into our lives. We can see the ebb and the flow of the water, bringing more in and keeping it with us and only letting a little flow out. So with this beautiful, happy flow of abundance and energy, we're going to start to walk back to our bodies, back to our special space. And as you walk back down the little road from the beach, right into your special space, you're going to get nice and connected into the body. And remember the joy and the freedom and that amazing, abundant feeling you had while you were swimming around in that ocean. And then you're slowly going to start to allow yourself to come back feeling rejuvenated, awakened, with a new sense of abundant flow. So we'll walk back from our special space to our bodies. And first we'll allow our feet to start to wake up and our toes. allowing the energy to flow into the ankles, all the way through the calves to the knees, rejuvenated and awakening up through the thighs and the hips, allowing that energy to get bigger and brighter, flowing it all the way through the low back and the tummy, coming up to the upper back and the chest, awakening through the shoulders and the arms, all the way down to the hands and the fingertips, allowing the neck to awaken and your head, the eyes, the ears, the nose, the mouth. And you can start to make little movements with your hands and your feet, maybe gently turning your head side to side. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back into the room. Now take a moment to kind of contemplate what you've experienced out there in that ocean. The thing about thresholds is that we sort of set limits on ourselves that sometimes we don't even realize we've set. Sometimes maybe we have a job that brings us $50,000 a year, but our limit is only, say, 40. So you'll find through that year you wind up spending 10,000. You can't keep the 50. You only can keep the 40 because your mind and your abundant ratio, your threshold is set at that point. So when we do this abundance meditation, it helps us go into the joy of the flow of money. It helps us see ourselves in that ocean and allows us to open up our abundant flow so that we let the universe bring in money from any place and any source. We can get gifts of money. We can have things lent to us or sent to us in many different ways. So there's all kinds of openings for abundant flow to come in. It's just that we need to open ourselves up to those possibilities, because sometimes we can only see one space or one road of how we're going to get something. Especially if we're in a job that we've been working for a while and we only have a certain amount of income coming in, our salary, we don't see the possibilities of the fact that someone could hand you a $100 gift card tomorrow, or your aunt could send you a check for $5,000 or whatever. But this meditation allows you to open that flow up so that you can start to see the possibilities of how money can flow into your life from any place, anywhere, anytime, so that you're open and you're ready to move that threshold, say from gathering it with your hands into gathering it to that bucket, and then from the bucket to, say, the truck, and then from the truck to, say, into the boat, and then from the boat to the pipeline. So we want to just keep that energy flowing and open so that it's amazing and beautiful. I hope this will help you, and I hope you come back and listen to it often until you really do see that pipeline going right into your bank account. I hope you'll leave some comments and let me know what you think. Thanks so much. I'll talk to you guys soon.